Guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to play a bit with our friend Ocean Master, but I'll take just a minute of your time to set up things for a minute. It should give people time to log in. And yeah, I'm a bit late. I should have started at 5, but hello, Flaming Rock. You are first. Sorry, Wally. Next time. There's always next time. So there we go. Okay, so today we're going to play with our friend Ocean Master. It's been a while since I played with him, so let's do a quick recap. Let's take a quick look at our loadout. Depth charges, high tide, tranquil pool, water sprouts, bubble, and of course the shark frenzy. Love that power. Although it isn't that powerful, but I love the animation. Hello, Thomas Wayne. Trademarked. That's even better. So let's see what missions we had to play with our friend. We actually had a few options. Let's start with Pumpkin Robbers, and we'll do the unlocking Utopia afterwards. For those who, in case you didn't see this, basically I have a whole bunch of water-based items. I'm tempted to purchase another batch. Basically, there's the Halloween sale right now. So I should probably purchase one more before the sale is over. I'll have to give it some thoughts. I went on a bit of a spending spree, but there's still a few things that I probably could purchase. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So we want to go to Gotham, so let's go there. Actually, we should probably go here. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you guys watched Stranger Things. If you saw my video about it, you know that I liked it a lot. Hello, Stone Nation. Let's start old friend here. So we probably could play the Diamond Heist mission, but alone it takes forever, so I won't do that. Instead, we're going to go to Cape Carmine. Well, thank you, Flaming Rock. It's much appreciated. I'm probably a little high level for that mission, but it doesn't matter. It's going to give us some good XPs anyways. And I probably used the XP booster already. Yeah. Ocean Master is basically Aquaman's brother. He's an evil villain who's been trying to usurp the throne from Aquaman. He actually succeeded a few times, but obviously that never lasts, and then Aquaman gets back on the throne at some point. A DCUO Savage? Maybe. Hello, Dante. So basically, he's one of Aquaman's main villains, alongside Black Manta and a few others I failed to mention. I haven't read the Aquaman comics all that much, but I've read them enough to know that. There was this great Aquaman run from the 70s, masterfully drawn by the late Jim Aparo. If you ever get the chance, I would strongly suggest you give it a try. Are we done already? Let's try and find ourselves some strongman. Here's one. I was almost tempted to do one today as Superman, seeing how tonight we have a new Supergirl episode. But somehow I thought it had been a long time since we hadn't seen our friend Ocean Master. But sure, I could do a stream as Superman or Robin next time. Tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Flash and Legends of Tomorrow? Maybe. Right now, this is the only live stream I'm really doing. I guess I've been playing this universe online for a long time, so talking and playing at the same time is not that difficult for me right now. But for other games, like if I was to try to make let's say a Destiny live stream, or even worse, a Neverwinter Night live stream, it would be a little more difficult. Or Star Wars Battlefront 2, that's going to be hard to make a live stream with. Basically, I'm very familiar with this universe online, so talking and playing and not really paying attention, I can still do fine. With a game like, let's say, Star Wars Battlefront, that I'm really not familiar with, making a live stream would be a little more difficult. But I could try to make live streams with other games at some point, if you guys really want that. Oh yes, they did sow in the seeds that maybe there actually is a Batman in the Arrow universe. But they've been mentioning stuff like that for years. If you remember, in the very first episode of The Flash, there is this future newspaper that Flash and his friends are looking at. And in the newspaper, it does mention a Wayne Tech, the name escapes me right now. And Wayne Tech Queen Consolidated merger or something like that. I could have sworn I changed the title. Just give me a second. Not sure if I can still do that at this point. Could it be that I forgot to change the title? No, it just says, oh, I know why that is. Basically, I had to restart the stream twice, so it could be that the first one I started actually doesn't have the correct information. So I'll give me half a second and I'll try to fix that. So right now when I look, it does show me Ocean Master as being live. But yeah, there's the Black Lantern Batman stream. So let's delete that. There we go. So we're back, baby, we're back. There's quite a few Batman references. And we learned a new power. We'll take a look at it after. Well, basically, roughly speaking, you could almost say that the Green Arrow is the Batman version in the Arrow universe. Even though they have been dropping seeds that there actually is a Bruce Wayne and most likely a Batman in the Arrow universe. But so far, it's only been Easter eggs and stuff like that. We haven't really seen a Batman per se. And some of the storylines that we saw in Arrow pretty much come straight from some Batman comics. I mean, so if some of you guys never really read Batman comics, or older Batman comics from like the 70s, the whole Ra's al Ghul storyline, that's straight out of Batman. So basically, they couldn't really use Batman in the TV show, so they made the best thing they could do. They borrowed heavily from Batman for the Green Arrow, or the Arrow character at the time. We need a few hopper. Oh, I don't think it's secret. I think they do have a thing, although it's a TV show, so they'll find some ways to create some sort of drama. Like for example, they've introduced this new girl, it seems, in the upcoming Gotham episode. So you could see that Selina, in some of the previews, Selina Kyle did not seem very happy to see Bruce Wayne with some sort of new girl. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, you could say there's a thing between Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. But also, being the kind of show that it is, they'll probably try to create some sort of drama around the whole thing. And we've already seen it in the previous seasons we had. Whenever they sort of kind of like each other, there's someone who comes in between them, or one of them decides, "Oh no, I cannot do this," or they always find. Sometimes it's well done in terms of creating some drama. Sometimes it feels a little forced. So it's a case by case thing. I'm not sure why it didn't work. Hello, Dan Dragon. Hello, Damien PvP. So just a couple more weeks and we're going to be able to go see Thor Ragnarok. And after that, the Justice League film. It's not bad. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect our little guy to look this good. I'll try to upgrade the look as I go along, but so far it's not bad. Although for the helmet that I really want for the character, I'll probably have to wait until next summer, until I find something else that actually works better. We'll see. There's no rush per se. I know that it's tempting to rush ahead with this universe online, but I always try to see it as a marathon as opposed to a sprint. Oh, hello, Wally West from France. I've been meaning to make French videos of this universe online. It's on the list, on the to-do list. I just didn't get around to it yet. And also I was toying with the idea of possibly making a new channel just for French videos instead of mixing it all up. I'm still working on the details. So decisions. Should I make it a separate channel, or should I just make French videos and English videos and just mention which is which? If you guys have any suggestions, I'll welcome them. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm trying not to spread myself too thin on too many channels. So I'll probably make a playlist with French videos. Well, I'll have to give it some thoughts. Sure, we could arrange something like that. I'm not sure why. Why don't you sell the? Or I guess you're a premium player. Is that it? Because if you have the legs, you could just sell the legs on the broker, and then once you get the money, buy the bracers. Because that's pretty much what I will end up doing. So is there any reason why you cannot do that? Oh, let's pull back a bit more. Just trying to make sure I didn't forget any canisters, which is very easy to do with all the stuff. Well, maybe not a big thing in France, but there seems to be quite a few European viewers. So, and a few posters have been asking for French videos. Hello, Night Strike. Okay, so we'll arrange something then Dragon. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it with this character. I don't have that kind of cash. Oh no, I'm not saying you were wrong, Wally. It just some people have been asking for that, so I assumed that maybe there actually was a demand for that. But I was just toying if it was worth it to create a channel just for that, or if I just should just do videos. The thing is, if I start making French videos, then some of you guys will have to sort through the videos that I'm making, and so I was trying to maybe sort of avoid that. But I guess if I properly identify those videos as French videos, I guess you guys will know if you're not interested not to click on those. I'll have to think about it a bit more, but I guess I'm overthinking this. I should probably just do it and see what happens. I guess we may have forgotten a canister somewhere. Oh well, not a big deal. How dare you steal my good name? But seriously, it's okay. There's no... basically, I had to... You may have noticed my character is not called Multiverse. He's called The Multiverse. Because there already was a Multiverse character. This character backstory, basically, he's the brother of Aquaman. He's been trying to usurp the throne for Aquaman for a long time, and once in a while he actually does succeed. But obviously, as is always the case, at some point Aquaman gets back on the throne. And thanks for the offer, Wally. It's much appreciated, but I don't really need help leveling up. My goal is not really to power level my characters. One of the reasons why I have so many characters is because it allows me to, when I'm tired of playing endgame content with my multiverse character, I can go back and play tier 4 content with another character, or even better, I can come back to a character like Ocean Master and replay some of the missions we play as we level up. So it allows me to have some variety with my characters. So I'm not really trying to power level, and if I wanted to, that's not. I know what I would do to do that. The only few times when I sort of kind of power leveled certain characters was if I wanted a specific style. For example, at some point I had my Green Lantern character, and the only Green Lantern emblem we could have was the tier 5 Green Lantern gear. So basically I power leveled my character until tier 5, until I was able to purchase the chest piece with the Green Lantern emblem, and that pretty much was it. I stopped power leveling that character at that point. Get good stuff on DC. It depends what you qualify as good stuff, and it's sadly too often it's random. We could decide to say, okay, let's play mission so and so to try to get some good stuff, but it's going to be random. For example, the flash boots. There is a mission that you can play to get the flash boots, but it's random. You have to play the mission 2 times, 3 times, 50 times before finally the flash boots roll drops. How many times will you really need to play the mission? It depends. Because of the random nature of how you can get the boots, you never know how many times you would have to play and replay that very same mission. So yes, we can try to get you some good stuff, but with the random number generator, there's no guarantee that you'll have what you want. In order to get what you want, you're going to have to replay the mission over and over and over. And I don't think it's realistic to expect that we can do that all the time. Well, it means different styles for each character. Sadly, right now we cannot purchase styles from characters. So whatever styles I get with one character, these styles are for that character. The exceptions to that are if I purchase something on the marketplace, then yes, all the characters will have access to those styles. But until then, it's only each character has to gather their own styles. So until they add the option to be able to purchase styles from other characters, sadly styles are pretty much an individual thing for characters. Like for example, with this character, like these are the styles I have with this character alone. I'm a villain right now, an evil villain. And I may have a few things in the redeem tab though, let's take a look. So the only styles really you get for all your character are those you purchase on the broker. On the vendor, sorry, on the marketplace. I knew I would get it at some point. For money to buy stuff, I made a video about the broker and farming. To get money, there's no miracle. You have to farm for items to sell on the broker. It's that simple. The best items to farm for are collections. Ideally, you want to get collections that are valuable, that people actually want. I guess I'm... So if you're looking for money, quite simply, farm and farm and farm for collections, sell those on the broker, and you'll have money. That's pretty much the better option. Once upon a time, you could have farmed for exhibits. Sadly, exhibits really went down in value with time capsules. You can still make some money with exhibits, but you're making maybe 1/10 of what you used to be able to make. Like in the past, you were able to sell a stack of exhibits for maybe 3 million, and now you'll have maybe 300,000 or maybe less in some cases. So you can still make money that way, but it'll take a lot more time and a lot more effort. And from what I get from people who are looking for ways to make money, they're looking for ways to make money that will be quick and that won't require much time. And sadly, there's no such thing right now in this universe online. If you want to make money, you have to take the time to farm. Either you farm for rare items, which means you're going to have to play missions over and over and over until those items actually drop. Or you have to farm for collections, which again means farming and farming and farming for collections and selling those collections on the broker. And only once in a while will you get a collection that's really valuable. Most of the time you're going to sell collections for 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, and only once in a while will you get a collection that sells for 2 millions, 3 millions or more. So if you want money, that's fine, but you have to be willing to put the time and effort into it. Sure, Damien PvP. I'm not sure. Oh, you want to shout out for your channel? What is your channel? Infinity Gunner 26. Yeah, sadly, there's many people who share the same name, so sometimes you have to add a number to your name if you really want a specific name. That's okay. There's a few tricks that can be used. Like sometimes you can use an O instead of a capital O, but that means you have to write your name in capital. I should have said a 0 instead of a capital O. Damien PvP. Okay, so here's the shout out. Saying hi to Damien PvP. If you guys want to see that channel, go there. Usually there's an invisible guy here. I guess not. He only appears when we attack the canister. That is so mean! Oh yeah. Oh, we got a new cape. It's only good for style, but that was to be expected. Did any of you guys see? There seems to have been a new trailer for the Justice League film. At least it seems to. It looks like a new trailer. It had some stuff I had never seen before. Or it could just have been an international trailer that I hadn't seen. That happens sometimes. Now let's talk to our friend Killer Croc. This is your brother's character? Why, your brother doesn't want you to level up his character? Oh, let's summon an old friend. Any reason why your brother doesn't let you create your own character? Or did he use up all the character slots on his account? Because you could easily create a character of your own on his account and not use his character, so you could level up as much as you wanted. So let's equip our no shoulders. I could probably sell the collections on the broker, but nah. Next time. You took all the villain characters? Aw, he's so mean. Well, worst comes to worst, you could always spend, I think it's $5 to unlock a new character slot. So if you scrape in together $5, you could give it to your brother and get a new character. I'm not sure what I could help you get, but well, we'll see. So have a good day, Damien. Right now I'm in the PvE open world. Eons ago, once upon a time, when I was a young ocean master, let's play this little side quest here. Eons ago, I would switch to PvP as soon as I reach level 3. Basically, as I exited the Brainiac mission, as soon as I got into either the safe house or the police station, I would switch to the PvP open world. But I've been doing that less and less as time went by because sadly, when you want to group with people, you have to constantly switch world. Most people don't really do like open world missions and the PvP open world. They all do that in the PvE open world. So whenever you ask for people to invite you to a group to play, let's say bounties or stuff like that, sadly you will have to switch. When they invite you to their group, you realize that oops, I'm on the wrong world. So you have to constantly keep on switching to the PvE open world. So nowadays, more and more, I stick to the PvE open world, even if I personally prefer the PvP open world. But I seem to be pretty much alone in that. And there are some missions where you have to be in a group. There's no other way. Like some of the bounties in Age of Justice, you just cannot do those bounties solo. You have to be in a group. And sadly, 99.9% of the time when you're in a group, you'll have to switch phase and you'll have to switch to a PvE phase. So sadly, as a rule of thumb nowadays, I stick to playing on the PvE open world, even if I much prefer the PvP open world. Once in a while I'll switch for various reasons, but sadly, whenever I need to group with players, I end up having to switch a server, and then after switching a couple of times, I pretty much stay to the PvE open world. Have a nice week, Damien. This should be the last one. Oh yeah. Oh, let's see what we got in our box. It's probably going to be a weapon that's not as good as the one we have, but... New hero is PvP? I suppose. Sadly, no one wants to play on the PvP open world. They call you crazy when you tell them to go play there. They're terrified that they're going to be ganked by other players or stuff like that. Which I could understand at some point. That's okay, you're telling me, that's fine. So let's go play now the... I guess we're gonna have to go to Metropolis. So our friend Nightstrike is sending us messages. Hello, Wolf Bay Mods. But he told me I'm playing a villain, so not sure what you expect. You want me to go fight your evil hero? Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I did this one. So this is, if I remember correctly, this is a Cersei mentored mission. Like unless you have Cersei as a mentor, you can't really play this mission, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's been a long time, so I could be mistaken. Well, yeah, you have to fight heroes, obviously. But it's not my fault. Aquaman stole my crown, I swear. The throne was supposed to be mine. I'm not really a villain, I'm just misunderstood, I swear. I'm just trying to get back the throne that was stolen from me. Is he doing that for Mara? Well, it could be. Been a while since I read any Aquaman comic, so I'm a little rusty on the family dynamic. Can hear something. Either I forgot something or it's on the other side. Yeah, that's probably on the other side. Sorry about that. Let's grab the little chesty chest. I haven't played Green Arrow very much. I think I've tried it only once. I played Supergirl a couple times, but it was like a long time ago, so I'm not sure if how powerful she is right now. I guess we didn't. Hopefully, we didn't forget anything. Oh, wrong way. No, no, not to the new 52. The new 52. Let's say it wasn't a success. But if they actually do an update, they'll do it with Rebirth. They seem to be going with whatever is more recent. We got an example of that with the new Batman emblem. I'm pretty sure a lot more people would have wanted a classic Batman emblem, like the Batman emblem that pretty much was featured for decades. Which special move? What odds are if they do any update, it'll be for Rebirth. The problem is that right now the comics are so much in flux that in 2 years, odds are whatever they did with Rebirth will be undone by something else. Imagine if 4 years ago they had done an update to make the DC Universe Online more like the new 52. It would already be obsolete. The new 52 didn't stand the test of time. So whatever update they would have done way back then would have to be redone. The supercharge? You want me to waste my supercharge? You're so mean. Okay, let's try it now. Actually, now I'll wait. Because there is a feat, if you defeat the bosses without using a cola and without using the supercharge, sometimes there is a feat attached to that. I'll try to use my supercharge a bit later. That's what I was looking for. I promise, calculator. Soon I'll use it. I just don't know how soon. Aw, you're so mean. Don't do that to yourself. There you go. Just for you. As you saw, I didn't do all that much. I can do it twice. Like I've done it once, now I could do it one more time. So yes, I still have it because you can do it. If you look to the left of the screen when this is over, oh yeah, an evil villainous villain. Like if you look underneath Atlantic Master, you see the orange bar. Basically, I've used up half of it for the supercharge. I could use the other half to do it again. No point really to do it right now, but I'll do it soon, I promise. I'm good, the calculator, but thanks. I remember when I was CR 62. You can do tier 4 missions. The prisoners on Striker Island were, holy crap, they were tough back then. My highest, 208, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 208, I think. Sure, we could do the Midnight Masquerade if you want. I didn't realize I was done here, or was I? Ah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it happens. There was one time when I was jumped, when I was level 10, and there was this level 20, this level 22, and this level 30 guys who decided to jump me in the PvP open world. And I wiped the floor with all three of them. The way I was able to do that is that I'd purchased a whole bunch of skill point, and I had given weapon mastery to my character. So they didn't expect a poor little level 10 guy to have weapon mastery. Why are you crying? So when they jumped my level 10 character, they probably thought that it would be an easy win for them. But sadly for them, they got the beating they deserved. Let's equip. I could have sworn I had the train. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah. New staff. That's gonna be nice. So let's see. You deleted your highest CR? Oh, you can get it back. You know that, right? If it was an accident and you want it back, you can get it back. If it wasn't an accident and you wanted to delete it, then it happens. Raven or Cersei? Probably Raven. Come on. Well, when I was young, I would find ways to get money. Sometimes there was not so pretty ways like picking up beer bottles and selling them. Sometimes I would do odd jobs here and there, help someone build a fence or help someone patch their roof or something like that. Well, I'm not a fan of Prometheum logboxes, but I don't hate them either. They're a little pointless, but they don't really hurt us, so it's not a big deal. I wouldn't pay for them, so obviously if you're a premium player, I can see why you don't like them. But as a legendary player, it's not really a perk, but it doesn't hurt either, so it's not a big deal to have them. At worst, it gives you an extra mark of victory. At best, it gives you a rare style that you didn't have. Well, unless you're 5 years old, you can be old enough to do an odd job to get a bit of cash. So you're 3 years old? What is really young? My first official job I got was when I was 12. I was putting grass in parks. That was like eons ago when the minimum wage at the time was like $4 an hour. You're only 15. At 12 years old, I already had a job. So if you're 15, you can have a job. But before 12, as I mentioned, what I would do is that we would go around the neighborhood, gather whatever beer bottles we could get or whatever bottles we could get, sell those for a bit of cash. If not, we would look for odd jobs. Someone needed to paint their fans. We would do that for $5, $10. Depends on how big the job was. Someone would need their roof fixed. We would help them out and make a bit of cash like that. Well, at 10, as I'm telling you, we were doing odd jobs for people, or the very worst, we were gathering bottles and selling those. I had a friend or two who were delivering newspapers, but that was a lot of work for very little cash, even back then. So I'm not sure if it's any better these days, but looking for bottles was giving us more money than anyone who was passing newspapers. But at 10, you can look for bucks, dollars. I guess if you live in the UK, it's quids or something like that. You don't have to be 16 to gather bottles and sell those to a dépanneur or a store or whatever. So what is quids then? I thought quids was like a slang for pounds in the UK. Because I follow a few YouTube channels from guys in the UK, and they'll often refer to quids whenever they want to mention cash. That's okay, I understand what you mean. Yeah, I have seen it. I didn't like it very much. Eons ago, when I was a young man, I actually read the book, and technically it's two stories within one, but it's the same story twice. Like you have the story from the kids when they're kids, and then you have somewhat the same story when they're older, like 27 years later, if I'm not mistaken. So I didn't. The book was okay, but I didn't like it all that much. Although what I really liked, I much preferred that there was a TV series or a made-for-TV movie that was done in the late 80s, I think. That one I actually enjoyed. Tim Curry was awesome as always, playing the evil clown Pennywise. But the latest version, it could have been okay, but some of it was really cheap, and the kids did a good job. Usually the main beef with that kind of films is the kids. Often when they use kid actors, they don't really use good kid actors. Often they'll use the son of the producer or the someone who is linked to the producer somehow, and sometimes they don't really know how to act. So sometimes they don't really go for good kid actors. They'll just go for actors that for kids that they actually know, either their own kids or their nephews or cousins or whatever. But in the case of it, I can give them that. They took some really good kids. They took one of the kids from Stranger Things, which was weird to see at first. But all the kids were good. The boys, the girl, they all did a really good job. But the way the show was lit was well, it was supposed to be a film, and it was lit almost like a TV series, a cheap TV series. So that was a bit disappointing. And they were trying a little too hard with the jump scares sometimes. Yeah, that's good, Wolf Bay. But again, for it, I didn't like the film very much. I much preferred Stranger Things. Stranger Things was pretty much what it should have been. It should have been made more like Stranger Things. It felt a little cheap the way they did it. Oh, I'm sure your Flash looks sick with all that good stuff. Good for you, Wolf Bay. I'm very happy for you. The Speed Force material looks really nice. The only thing is that we cannot change the color. I think that's one of the reasons why it doesn't seem to be as popular as let's say the Void material. And the Black Flash mask does look pretty sweet. And the Flash emblem is all kinds of awesome. I'm using it on way too many characters. We should probably wait for Cersei to be done with her dialogues before we exit. There we go.
I was created by the god.
I usually show the cinematics, but I made a video with a whole bunch of cinematics. Although I don't think I have them all, so I would probably have to make a follow-up with trying to make sure that I have all the cinematics. I'll do that maybe some other time. Why are you so sad, Call Killers? Just 1 million? You mean 1 million a piece or 1 million for the whole suit? Or just the Batman emblem? I assume the 1 million each refers to the Batman emblem? I could have sworn we had to talk to someone here. Well, I guess not. Yeah, 1 million seems to be the asking price for the emblem right now. Well, sadly, there's random elements. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have to buy it from the broker. It depends. You want me to give a time capsule? Uh, I suppose I could do that, but I don't see the point. You get time capsules every 20 minutes. Like, let me check. Just with this character, I have like 8 Gotham time capsule, and I have 8 Arcane time capsule. So you don't really need... Getting time capsule, not very difficult. Let's grab old friend here. So giving time capsules would be a little pointless. And you can even buy them from the broker. Let's go check. That's going to be our last thing of the day. Yeah, I have a lot of them left too. Let's go here. Last I checked, the time capsules on the broker were about $1,000 each. Not sure if that changed. Yeah, so about 1,500. Not sure why the broker is going crazy on me right already. Here we go, take two. So yeah, you can get time capsules for 1,500. Even a free-to-play player can actually afford to buy them. Oh, let's see what else. The arcane time capsules are a little more expensive than I remember. Anything? That's so scary. And even in my shared bank, like you can see I still have, oh, let's put them here. Let's put them here. So you can see I still have a lot of Amazon time capsule. Cordon is what I have the least left. Team up, I have a lot of those. So basically on how much you... No, why not? Sorry, Gunner. Oh, I'm not sure why the bow didn't work. I'm not sure why sometimes it doesn't work. Freaking emotes. Oh, and we got mail. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, the mail is over here. I always forget. Come on, come on. Wonder Woman gear? You mean the noble? Yeah, I could look at it. The boots are about for. The boots are about a little less than 500,000. That's US PlayStation. So yes, the chest guard is 3 million. The crown about 1.2 million. Actually, yeah, 1.2. 1.25. And the legs about 1.5 million. So it's a little pricey, but it's not that expensive, so should be able to. Oh, yeah, speaking of the devil, there's one right here. She looks so sweet. Oh, she's gone. Kind of hard to get a good look. So you can see the style looks really nice. And this is as close to recreating Wonder Woman as we can right now. Now I'm gonna call it quits, I think. You want me to sell everything I have and then regret it for the rest of my life? Oh, you're so mean. We'll see. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Basically, I have quite a few videos that some of you guys have asked me to do. So I'll try to make at least at least one or two later tonight. And tonight, of course, there's Supergirl to watch. So watch the next episode of Supergirl if you want to. There's also Lucifer. I'm not sure how many of you guys watch that TV show. So technically tonight, these are pretty much the two TV shows to watch. For anything else, we're gonna have to wait tomorrow. Tomorrow, obviously, there's a new episode of The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. So I'm not sure exactly which character I'll use tomorrow. We'll have to see. But some of you guys did seem to want me to use either Superman or Robin. So I'll see also what I can do about that. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.